Don't point toes.
Okay.
Don't. No.
This piggy market.
No. 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 We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Not to, just because you're your little gun.
No, I really want to
but
shoot him.
Look how shootable I look. I look so shootable.
I want to shoot him. I want to shoot him.
I am not shooting a kid.
Go ahead. Do it. Shoot me, fresh meat.
I
Shoot
wanna
me. See what
I wanna
happens.
shoot him.
Oh, don't I look so shootable? Ah, you shot me. I'm dead.
All right, there. Are you happy now? Well, I didn't think we'd be allowed to kill him. Yeah, normally, killing children in games isn't allowed, but he's dead. We killed this kid. Are you happy now? We killed a kid. A kid is dead now. There goes our E for everybody rating.
Save you the trouble, puny man. I, Drogon von Strangle, very tough fairy and obligatory action movie villain, and my kitty, Mr. Tulip Toes, are going to kidnap all the fairies in the world, and then, using my brilliant magic siphoning invention,
Wait, hold on.
I will suck the magic out of their pathetic fairy bodies and transfer it into my wand.
Okay, fine. You can go.
Timmy, help! He's taking our magic! I like...
Oh. 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 He I forgot to switch the mics. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Wouldn't be a stream of mine if something wasn't going wrong. I'm in the process of testing out tonight. Why did that get so loud? Why is that so loud? No, let's bring that back down for a second, friend. Jeebus. I don't know why you got so loud all of a sudden. So I'm in the process tonight of testing out a new chat. This is a combined chat. This will showcase Twitch and YouTube on the same screen. This functions a lot better than the other combined chat that I was working with. The only issue that I have with this combined chat right now is the fact that the background that I can't get rid of. I haven't figured out how to, because this is not locally hosted. This is not locally hosted. There is a website that this browser source is attached to. There's an options page where I can set up certain options, because I could have your avatars.
Hello there.
Hello there. Droog! Good evening, Droog. Thank you for being here. I could show your avatars if I wanted to. I didn't really like how that looked. The spacing got really weird then. I could do timestamps. There's a bunch of things that I could do with this one. But mostly what I like about it is the fact I was able to change the font size, and the fact that it's going to be running both the... Oh good, that worked! That worked! Yay! The watch, the streak watch worked. I wasn't 100%. I wouldn't be able to tell until tonight, basically. But this will allow YouTube chat and Twitch chat to exist in the same space, much like it does on the horizontal chat, which is also has been updated to run off of this same engine here. So now both chats are now running off of the same. The only one that is not running off of this currently right now is the YouTube chat that is still showing the old chat format. So we'll have to see how we feel about this tonight. I at least got the edge feathered. It was a very hard edge to this. Like, there was a definite line that existed. I at least feathered it a little bit, so it's not so much of a hard changeover. And if I can work on it later and get that background out of there so that I can put in a slightly lighter background, then that's what I'm going to try to end up doing. But the other nice thing is that I was able to turn... So the person who created this had it set to where like announcements could be done in chat, like your announcements would show in chat, and I'm like, can we make that an option, like to turn on and off? Because I don't necessarily I want to keep my chat clean, and we don't need to have the announcements and everything else appearing in there.
Boomer Warfare asked me, is homie's computer actually going to light off when we try it? Nah, I think it'll be fine unless Verbal's been tinkering with it. Then who knows? You know how they are with friendly fire. IRL too. Just keep a fire extinguisher handy just in case.
I helped with the build of that computer.
It does go up in flames.
Are we having a stroke? Boomer
just
AI?
Press F to pay respects to the brave little toaster that couldn't.
Press F for respects for the brave little toaster that couldn't. Fucking love that. Oh my god, that's so good. That is so good. Oh, where's my foot pedal? Yeah, so Boomer is in the process currently. He asked me a couple weeks ago. He was asking me my input for a computer build that somebody else had asked him to take a look over. And I gave my input, and one of them was definitely changing out the case for sure. Going with the height Y60 case, which is what my computer sits in, because I love this case so much. This case is just so beautiful. You want to see the case? Here, I can show you the case. Hold on. It's so beautiful to build in. It's so easy. It's so nice. Let's see here. Oh. I don't want to see my face. I want to show you. So this is the computer case right here that I run. It's got so much room for activities. Look at that. It's super easy. There's 3 fans up top. There's actually 2 fans underneath of my video card there in the bottom. There's 64 gig of RAM in that sucker. There's 2 M2 drives in there somewhere, plus 2 SD drives all the way in the back. It's a beautiful case. It's so nice. It's really, really nice. And I suggested to him about putting this build in that case, along with some other suggestions of like upping the processor a little bit, saving some money here and there so you can spend maybe a little bit more on the video card, stuff like that, because video card prices are stupidly expensive right now. I wouldn't even be looking at anything over an RTX 4060 right now, because unless you're, it's stupid for you to drop over $1,000 on a video card right now. That's not what they're worth. That's not what they're worth. They're not worth that much. Like max high end, I'm talking like super high end, might be like $800 is what I would is the realistic prices that I would talk about. Not $1,200, $1,500. No, that's dumb. So I made some suggestions. So Boomer's in the process of building that computer, which is what he asked AI Boomer for. About is the homie's computer actually going to light off when they try it? So yeah, you'll have to let me know how you feel about this chat. I'm not 100% like I'm sold on the functionality of the chat. I'm not necessarily sold on the background of the chat. That's what I'm having an issue with, because it kind of darkens this corner of the screen. If I can figure out a way to get rid of that and either add a drop shadow underneath the text, or at least a lighter colored background, slightly lighter, maybe like a gray color instead of like a black, then that's what I might end up doing. So happy Monday, everybody. How's your Monday going? Is it a good Monday? Mine wasn't terrible. Got some work done at work. Took care of some stuff. Can't complain. Came home here, took care of some stuff here. I've been working, I was working on all kinds of stuff this weekend for streaming. I got this chat thing up and running. I worked out the check-in, like fine tweaked the check-in responses and whatnot. And also, as you can see, I've got the watch streak actually running, so that when you redeem the check-in, you can see how many streams in a row that you have watched of this channel. I was also working on the cartoon stream. We ended up watching, one of the cartoons that we watched this past weekend was Fraggle Rock, the animated series, which I've been looking for a while, and I was excited when I found it, but I didn't really kind of like look into like the episodes or anything like that. Like I saw that there was the right number of episodes, so I was like, cool, sweet, awesome, I got the whole series, let's go. And when we went to play it on Saturday, apparently it was broken up into 2 halves of an episode. So the first one played for like 8 minutes or something like that, and it stopped. And then I was like, well, crap, there's not even like credit scenes or anything like that. This is definitely not the end of it. So I launched off the other one. Well, then I spent Saturday, Sunday, one of those days, and I ended up piecing together all of the episodes so that they have a beginning and an end, and they're properly matched, and there's an intro, and there's credits, and all that good stuff. So Fraggle Rock's all fixed. And then in the process of that, I was like, I need to work on something that I've been talking about working on for a while, which is the PSAs. I wanted to add more PSAs to give a better variety of PSAs to Saturday morning cartoons. So I went hunting on YouTube for 80s and 90s PSAs. The 90s PSAs are really messed up. Like, common theme through the 80s and 90s was obviously like say no to drugs. That was a common one. You had like McGruff the crime dog that kind of spanned both decades, talking about like, you know, kids getting taken and stranger danger and all that other good stuff. But then there was like, there's a couple PSAs I found that was like, don't get AIDS. Like, but not in a nice way of them saying it. It was literally like, don't get AIDS. Like, you too could get AIDS. Don't get AIDS. And I'm just like, but it was a lot of drug references in those PSAs. So I was like, well, maybe I'm not gonna lean so heavy into the 90s right now, because you know, it's bad enough I got Pee Wee Herman talking about, you know, cocaine or crack. That's what it was. I have a very serious, somber Paul Rubens dressed as Pee Wee Herman talking about crack cocaine. That one pops up every so often, and it's just like, ooh. So it's like, all right, let's go back to the 80s and let's grab some other PSAs and see what we can find. So I found like 27 G.I. Joe PSAs. I added a couple more He-Man PSAs to the mix. I got a bunch of OG Readmore. Who remembers OG Readmore? That unlocks some core memories for me right there. I also found also found a couple of Zack the Trader, or yeah, Zack the Trader, where he's talking about like trade jobs and whatnot, but it's all set to like a musical thing. You arrive when Verbal's talking about crack cocaine. Yes, then Carol, it's exactly right. But yeah, so I added like 50 new PSAs to the Saturday morning cartoon lineup. So there's going to be a better variety at the end of stream. And then, of course, you know, I tested them, made sure they ran through properly. So everything's good to go for that come next Saturday, or this coming Saturday. I'm still in the process of like working out how I'm going to move my Saturday morning stream into OBS Portable, like I did with my main stream here. I moved it into the portable version. That one's going to be a little less intensive because there's not so much setup. There's not so many wild and crazy things going on in that stream. It's just work. That's all. I just got to sit down and actually do it. But the next edition is going to be, I need to add some more commercials. I need more commercials. Specifically like 80s and 90s toy commercials, I think. Well, between toy commercials and like the cereal commercials and whatnot that we all knew and love, I need to add some more of those. There's some very specific ones I know I'm definitely missing. So that'll be the next thing that I end up working on for the Saturday morning cartoon stream, is adding more commercials and getting a good mix of 80s and 90s. And then I think I'll be good for a while. In addition to like, you know, working on some of the cartoons and whatnot. So, but tonight, we're not doing commercials tonight. We're not doing cartoons tonight. Tonight we're doing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If you joined me on, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Friday, I think it was. We got through the wedding. Okay? But as what happens at most weddings, a fight broke out. And it wasn't a fight I could avoid either. So, got into a fight. Ulrich comes down from the castle, breaks up the fight with his platoon, and throws people in jail. Henry and Hans Capen are also part of the people that are thrown into jail. Problem is, Hans was arrested for poaching because he's a noble jackass. The punishment for poaching in this game is hanging. So the noble that I was sent to protect, to deliver the message to Lord von Burgle, but whatever the fuck his name is now going to be hung. So my crime was just the fighting. So I needed to work off my time, and that's what I ended up doing. But then I also ended up sneaking around the castle, locating the captain that I met at the very beginning of the game, who could vouch for who we were, trying to heal him. I was running around the castle with like a wanted status, trying to find an apothecary bench so that I could brew up a fever-reducing concoction of some sort. I died like 12 times trying to sneak around all of these guards and get into this one area of the castle. It was absolutely terrible. And then finally I located like 2 of these fever concoctions in a chest somewhere, and I was like, oh, run back to the dude. So ran back to him, got him back up on his feet. Hans is about to be hung. We end up, you know, the Lord von Burglebugger busts in. He's injured. He puts an end to like all the hanging bullshit, and we finally get to deliver the message to the man we were meant to deliver the message to, and then he asks for our help. So that's where we left things off. It was a lot on Friday, let me tell you. It was a lot. So that's where we're going to be picking up from tonight. I'm trying to think if I got anything else. I don't think I really have anything else. We took a look at the live action Lilo and Stitch trailer that came out, and I think it was Thursday, which I'm super excited for. I know my daughter, who's a huge fan of Lilo and Stitch, almost as much of a fan of Lilo and Stitch as she is Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm pretty damn sure we are both going to be in the theaters at that point, watching this movie. It's a little warm in here. Turn down the heater a little bit. So we took a look at that. I'm still excited for Fantastic Four. I can't wait. I want a new trailer for Fantastic Four. I don't know if there's a new one out yet or not, but I want a new trailer for Fantastic Four. I need to see more of what they're planning on doing, because I'm excited for this movie. It looks like a classic Fantastic Four comic book. I want to see what they're... I can't wait to see how they're going to tie this into Avengers 6. Is that what it is? Is that where we're on now? Avengers 6? Or is it 5? Whatever Doomsday is going to end up being, where Robert Downey Jr. comes back as Doctor Doom, which I can't wait for either. Especially the interaction. He's coming back as a variant of Doctor Doom. So it's what would have happened to Tony Stark if I guess if he lived in Lithuania and went crazy. But I can't wait to see the interaction between Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom, who looks like Tony Stark. Actually, who is a Tony Stark. I can't wait to see that interaction. That's going to be, that's going to be a good interaction. And then we've got, hopefully in Fantastic Four, we get the Council of Richards. I would love to see that, because they're dealing with the multiverse a little bit, from what I understand. So it would be great to see the Council of Richards, with all the different variants of Reed Richards. That would be amazing. Especially if they can bring John Krasinski back as his version that came from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness before he got spaghettified. If you haven't seen that movie yet, and if I just spoiled something, I'm sorry. It's been out for a couple years now. You should have seen it. So sorry. But yeah, that's the stuff that's the stuff that we kind of did last stream. So, chat, you got anything? Any big news on a Monday? How was your weekend? How did your weekend go? My oldest son had a production this past weekend. So actually started on Thursday, ran to Saturday. They did the musical version of Big Fish. If you've never seen Big Fish, it's got like Ewan McGregor in it, and I forget who else has got into it. Anyway, it's a great story. It's a really good story. It's like one of my, like, you know, top 10 movies, really, because it's just done so well. And they did a musical production of it at the high school, and he was in, my son was in, like, he didn't really have like speaking lines in every scene, but he was in a ton of scenes as like background character, right? And it was great. It was great seeing him up there all that much and just having a good time and just really enjoying himself. So we went and we saw that this weekend, but otherwise it was just like a lot of stream work on the side, on the back end here, doing things, tweaking things, trying to make sure everything functions correctly, making sure that everything is actually functioning so that when I remove my old OBS system out of this computer, that nothing eternally breaks, right? I made a copy of everything, so it should be good. Should be good. We'll see when I start removing things how much stuff actually breaks. That's going to be the real kicker, because right now it still could be pointed towards old resources, and it'll be the kicker if I start removing those old resources and things start to break. It shouldn't. I've gone over a lot of things and it shouldn't. Devilish, good evening. Welcome. Thanks for being here. How's your weekend? So yeah, it is a Monday. So what that means is there is a new short video. There's a new TikTok video out right now. This is the one that I've been waiting for to release because I felt like it was the most fun editing. I had a lot of fun editing this one. So definitely check them both out. My YouTube channel is doing great with the shorts. I'm getting like an average of like 500 views every one. I know that's not a whole lot, but it's a lot. Okay. In comparison to the TikTok version, it's a lot. So, the TikTok, version of these videos, however, I don't know why TikTok hates me so much. It really does. TikTok freaking hates me. I don't know what it is. My one video got like 300 views, and that was awesome. But every other video that is posted on TikTok right now has gotten on average of like 7 views. Meanwhile, on YouTube, I'm getting like 500, 600, 800 views on each of the shorts, which again isn't a whole lot, but it's a good number in comparison. So, you can check it out at youtube.com/@verbal_rd/shorts, or just go to the main YouTube channel. Or you can check me out on, and you can check me out on TikTok if you go to tiktok.com/verbal_rd. Go watch both the videos, like them both, leave a comment, even if it's an emoji. That's engagement. That does nothing but help the videos get pushed out to more eyeballs. More people see it, and maybe some people come here and watch it. It was not the best time, but Rhett cheered you up some. Glad to hear that the YouTube shorts are doing good. Yeah, the YouTube shorts are good. TikTok sucks right now. I don't know what it is. You've been slacking a bit. You haven't been on YouTube recently. That's fine. That's fine. I did kind of like shut down the IT channel, and I have migrated those videos over to the main YouTube channel under a playlist called Verbal IT. So if you're looking for the IT videos, the only 2 that I have right now, I'm in the process of shooting a 3rd one. But the 2 videos that I do have, mic settings and green screen settings, those are both up on my main channel under the playlist of Verbal IT, so you can go check that out there. I think that's it. I think that's it, really. I had another thought, but I lost it very quickly. I did have another thought. There was a thought there. But definitely go back and try. Like, comment on some stuff. Yeah, I appreciate that. Anytime that you guys can do that, just helps out the video, helps out the channel, puts more eyes out there. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll get another, like, random viewer or something like that that sticks around for a while. I know what I was going to say. I haven't put it in place yet, but here very soon, I'm going to be looking at doing a horizontal YouTube stream in addition to the vertical YouTube stream that goes on in YouTube Shorts. So it will be the exact same thing that you see here on Twitch. This entire horizontal view, it will be the exact same, except for it to be over on YouTube. And you can't do any of the channel point redemptions or anything like that from over on YouTube. You can do some of the chat commands though. There are some chat commands for sure. But we're going to get a little bit more eyes, not just on YouTube Shorts, which has done good. YouTube Shorts Live has done well for me. I can't complain terribly much. But I also want to be able to, for those people who aren't using or viewing shorts, and they're only sticking to, regular type of videos, I want to make the opportunity for them to see the stream and possibly stop on by. So that'll be coming up soon. Probably latest by like beginning of next week. I'm going to put that in place. I just want to do some testing because I just want to understand how it works better. I have to install the plugin into OBS, and then I got to set up another stream key from YouTube and all that other good stuff. But I want to kind of like, take my time going through the setup just to make sure I understand how everything functions and how it all links together, and make sure that I have everything running correctly so that when I go to do this, we we don't have the normal verbal problems. We'll just have all new verbal problems. So, but I tell you what, let's get into the gameplay tonight. I don't know what to expect right now. Like I said, we got through the wedding, we saved Hans. Yes, I have absolutely been enjoying Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't know what it is about this game. I don't know. But it's scratching the right itch for me in my brain. I'm thoroughly enjoying playing this game. And it's almost like, you know, I really enjoy Red Dead Redemption. Don't get me wrong, we're going to get back to Red Dead Redemption. I haven't dropped it off completely. I really enjoy Red Dead Redemption, and it's of like a similar kind of game. But there's a difference between those two. And for some reason, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is really just like scratching that right itch for me, and it's just super, super enjoyable. And I love this game. You've seen it and heard nothing but positive things about it. Yeah, the only thing that might be an issue is it is a PC hog. It really is. I'm very thankful that I've got a second PC that I'm running that I can that can handle running this game. If I tried doing this on my single PC and streaming at the same time, I don't think that would happen. I don't think it would happen. But just the fact that I've got another PC that I can run that's you know, it's got an RTX 3060 in it. It's got an AMD Ryzen 5, I think it is, in it. It could stand to have some upgrades, but it's a good gaming computer right now. I'm thankful that I'm able to run this game on there. But yeah, it's I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying it. Like about every aspect of the game. Like even the blacksmithing mini game has been really good. You know, all the stealthiness, the sneaking around, and like stealing shit from people and whatnot, and breaking into houses and stuff. Oh, that's pure Assassin's Creed for me right there. So I'm really enjoying that. The combat is really nice. Like it's kind of realistic as you can get for this kind of game. It's kind of realistic combat. You're doing parry moves and whatnot. You're blocking properly. It feels like it's supposed to be that kind of combat. I watched somebody. It was like a historic man-at-arms kind of historian dude, like somebody who researches all of this old weaponry and whatnot, and how they used it during that time and whatnot. And he went over. I watched this video of like this historian man-at-arms going through the gameplay and watching it, and he was talking about how, oh, I really like how they did this here, and that makes a lot of sense why they would like open you up for that attack by hitting you like this. He had some minor complaints for it. His biggest thing was he felt the combat was actually slow, and that it should have been a little bit faster for the moves that they were doing. And I'm like, it's perfectly fine at the speed that it is, because trust me, I suck at the combat, but I like it. But he went over this, and he's like, it made him want to play the game, even though he's never touched this game before. Watching the clips and whatnot made him want to play the game because of how accurate it is to the kind of combat that went on during that time. And I'm just like, man, if like a historic, you know, weaponsmith, so to speak, is Jones in to play this game, then there's got to be something good about this and authentic about this game. So I saw that video and I was like, yeah, there's a good reason I'm playing this game right now, because I don't know, it's just so good. It's really good. Has a lot of depth too, so many little details. Absolutely. And the one thing I was watching, I saw a video from the devs of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and they said the question was posed to them, do you need to play the first game in order to understand the second game? And they're like, it would be better for you to play the first game, because then you get all the back history and you know of all the events, because apparently this game picks up like a couple hours after the first game ended. like apparently the game ends with like you and Henry and Hans leaving to go to Troskovich to deliver this message. That's where that game ends, and then this game picks up with you on the road to Troskovich, right? So they said, ideally, yeah, you want to play the first game in order to get all the backstory and everything else. They said, but what we have done is for those who haven't played the first game, we have, anytime that there is a reference back to that first game, to events that occurred in that first game, we have the main characters in that particular scene give some explanation so you don't feel completely lost. So like when they talk about, at the very beginning of the game, they talk about the last time that Hans and Henry dueled against each other, and the fact that Henry won, and like you have a couple different like dialogue options and whatnot, but basically you get the story of what occurred, because I think the reason why they became friends, as near as I can tell at this point, is because Henry impressed Hans during a duel. And that's how they became friends, or something along that line. So, you kind of get those backstory bits from conversations. So if you pay attention to the conversations, you don't need to play the first game. And I'm like, I probably will go back and play the first game at some point in time. I'm probably gonna be really mad at the combat though, because they made so many improvements to the combat that I'm gonna go back to that first game and I'm gonna be like, what is this? Is a piece of junk game. Why are they? This is so sluggish and so clunky. Blah, blah. But you don't have to go play the first game in order to understand this one, and that I like that a lot. Because then that broadens the opportunity of you to hook new fans. Because if you do a sequel game and you rely heavily upon backstory stuff that you can only get from that first game, well, now you're asking those potential new players who are seeing the hype about this game and whatnot. Now you're asking those players to spend more money and more time and go play that first game before they can get to the game that they're really interested in playing, because they've seen all the clips and all the reacts and all the shorts and whatnot, and that's what they want to play right now. But if you don't deliver on giving them some kind of information to bring them up to speed, and you're forcing them to go back and play that first game if they want to know what's going on, now you're adding extra time, and who knows, they could potentially lose steam and lose interest and not move on to your newest game, which is ultimately what you want them to do. So definitely runner for game of the year. Absolutely. I would be surprised if it's not nominated. Okay, no, I will be upset if it's not nominated. I will be surprised if it doesn't win. But we still have the rest of the year to go, so who knows what's coming down the pipeline. You know what I mean? Like, there's Death Stranding 2 out there. I don't know what the release date for Death Stranding 2 is, but there's Death Stranding 2 out there that's on the horizon. What was the other one? Spider-Man 2's coming to PC, or it's already come to PC. I can't remember which it is. There's the new Doom game, the medieval Doom game that's going to be coming out. So there's a couple games already in the pipeline that could, potentially give Kingdom Come the recent Monster Hunter. Although I've watched some of the Monster Hunter and I'm not really impressed with that game.
If you're talking about Monster Hunter Rise, it brought fresh mechanics and new monsters. Did you face any epic battles or just enjoy the scenery?
Oh, I would be enjoying the scenery. Absolutely, Verbot. I'd be enjoying the scenery. But, there's so many games that are coming down the pipeline for this year yet that haven't even been released or just got released, that it's hard to say what game of the year is going to end up being. But it's definitely got to be in the running for it. Yeah, and like you said, Devilish, it should absolutely be nominated for it, at the minimum. I could understand if it doesn't win because of something else that came out, later in the year or whatever, but it definitely needs to be nominated. But yeah, I've watched some of the Monster Hunter gameplay, and I don't know, I'm not really interested. It doesn't... It's like a violent Pokemon more than the hell was it, Pal World? More than Pal World was. It's like you're trying to capture these or kill these monsters. You're looking to kill these monsters and collect artifacts from them or whatever, trophies. So it's kind of like, you got to kill them all, right? So it's like a messed up, it's violent Pokemon. Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks fantastic, and I'm sure fans of the franchise are really enjoying this game. I've never really gotten into Monster Hunter. I was watching the gameplay. It doesn't appear to be that kind of game that would hook me in. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Maybe if I give it half a shake, maybe it might change my mind. But at least on the surface, just looking at the gameplay, because that's initially what draws you in, right? To any particular game is you see clips of the game and you're like, I want to play this game. And I've seen clips of Monster Hunter, and I'm not really super interested. You're in my house! The call is coming from inside the house! My kiddo is dropping off my other kiddo, and they are in the house. They were out playing D&D tonight. So, you're not a Monster Hunter enjoyer, but you know a lot of people who are enjoying it. Yeah. Yep. And that's fine. That's fine too. Like, I'm never gonna yuck your yum. I'm not gonna kink shame. If it's something that you like, my God, go play it, right? There's a lot of games that I like that, they're not popular on this channel when I play them here, but I still play them. You are in my house no longer. Ah! Kink shame. I'm not gonna kink shame you if you like Monster Hunter. Come on. But no, that's what it all boils down to. At least for me anyway. Do I enjoy playing the game? If I enjoy playing the game, I don't care how popular it is. I don't care if nobody else likes it, or if people have a problem with me liking it. I don't give a shit. I like the games I like to play. There's a lot of games I like to play that there's games that I like to play that frustrate the hell out of me, like Destiny 2 is right now. I kind of put Destiny 2 down again because I'm getting pissed with it. But I'll pick it back up again here eventually. I'll go back to it. What I'm really waiting for, what I really want them to do is a Destiny 3. They need to kind of cut this, now that we've ended this storyline after 10 years, they kind of need to do like a fresh reboot. Not even reboot. They need to just do a fresh cut on this game. And give everybody a chance who's been trying to get into this game, but the entry level is so stupidly high and ridiculous. They need to start everybody back over at base and start over again, like they did with us for Destiny 2. When we went from 1 to 2, it was kind of a reset of the characters at the time, and it allowed everybody then to participate, and it wasn't such a high entry level coming into that game. You come into Destiny 2 now, not only are you like woefully underpowered and don't have an idea of the interactions between armor and weapons and all that other crap, exotics and non-exotics, and your powers and supers and shit. Not only do you not know the interaction of all that stuff, you don't have the weapons, you don't have the armor pieces that you need in order to make some of these builds work really, really well. You're also behind the paywall of all of the DLC that they released over the past 5-6 years, some shit like that. And some of the content is no longer available because it didn't fit into either the storyline, or in the case of the Red War, apparently Bungie lifted the Red War off of somebody's novel that they published online, and the similarities were striking enough that Bungie just wiped out an entire section of Destiny history because they could never revisit it at this point. So, yeah. Destiny needs just kind of like to be restarted at Destiny 3, and let's bring new fans into the gameplay and have everybody at the same level in the beginning, and let's go from there. And maybe try to figure out some way to make the entry level into this game not so fucking high. That's my major beef with Destiny 2. I want people to play with in that game. I want to introduce new people and draw new people into this game and play with these people. But the entry level is just so fucking high right now. I tried getting Boomer involved in Destiny 2, and he played it for a little while, but I don't think it really got its hooks into him. Because there's just so much that you're just like, you don't understand. You can't get into the lore. You can't get into the backstory. You can't put yourself in that world because there's so much. I even tried getting my son into that game, and he kind of played it for a while, but he went back to Fortnite. Actually, he went on to Spider-Man 2, and then he played Death Stranding, and now he's on Assassin's Creed Rogue or something, I forget which. All of which are games that I own, he takes from me. You like Destiny? You never had anybody to play with? I fucking love Destiny. I love and hate Destiny. Let me put it that way. I love and hate it. Because the grind, after a while, the grind gets to me. Because it's the same shit over and over and over again. Season after season, special event after special event. It's the same shit over and over. They have not had, aside from the episode bullshit that's going on right now, they have not had a new gameplay introduced, I think, since Gambit. Gambit was their biggest venture into new types of gameplay. And I mean, except for the storyline, the final storyline, Final Shape, that introduced some new game mechanics, but nothing like groundbreaking like Gambit was initially. Now Gambit's kind of a joke, but initially Gambit was unheard of and unthought of for a PvP, mini game basically. But yeah, I want to play more Destiny, but at the same time, I want them to like strip it down, burn it to the foundation, and start rebuilding. But not rebooting. I don't want to reboot. I want to rebuilding. I also tried to get into Warframe a little bit. Because I heard Warframe was like better than Destiny in a lot of ways. And while I admit, I have played a lot of Warframe so far. Not as much as Destiny, but I have played a good bit of Warframe so far. But even that game is hard to jump into at this point. With so much, it's 10 years as well of history and lore and everything else. Now the big thing is at least with Warframe, it's all free. The only thing that you ever have to pay for in Warframe is like cosmetic bullshit, and that's it. But if you can get past that initial entry level and get the mechanics down, Warframe is kind of fun to play. You were around before Destiny went free to play and then you stopped? I was around since Destiny's beta. The Destiny 1 beta. Alpha. I played the alpha and the beta. And that was back in the time of Dinklebot. If you remember, Ghost was voiced by Peter Dinklage. And I remember when the game released. And Peter Dinklage was there for a little bit. And then he wasn't. They changed him out. But I've been around with Destiny since like the alpha and the beta. And at the time, I felt like the game was too grindy during the alpha and the betas, but I also understood it was an alpha and a beta, and the load screens were horrendous. A good 3 or 4 minutes for a load screen, you just flying there in your ship, waiting to like land. And I told my one buddy who was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta play Destiny. This is gonna be an amazing game." And I told him, I'm gonna hold off on Destiny for a little bit until they get their shit squared away, because if this is the game that's going to be at launch, this is going to piss me off. With that much grinding, that much load screens and whatnot. And I think it was probably like maybe it's like 6 months after launch. And my buddy came back to me and said, "You got to play this game now. It's so much better." And that's when I got into it, which was right around the time of the Taken King. So I went from the alpha and the beta, missed the entire intro part, came in at Taken King, played the entire intro part. Because I blitzed through the original storyline then. It was really good then. But officially came into the Destiny universe at Taken King. And then it was like, 10 years of playing fucking Destiny. You can also pay to speed up the crafting in Warframe if you remember it, right? Yeah. Kind of pay. Yeah, I guess it's kind of pay. The one nice thing too with Warframe is their battle pass. The battle pass that they have is always free. And you can create Warframes. If you have the ability to, like, you know, work with the models and whatnot, you can create your own Warframes and sell them on their marketplace, and you get a giant portion of the sell price because you created this particular thing and put it up for sale. Like, obviously they gotta like vet it and everything else and make sure that there's like no wonky shit going on with it. But if you can create a model for Warframe, like one of the skins, you can sell it and make money off of that. But yeah, there's you can pay for some things, and then other things are just either you grind for it, or like with the battle pass, it doesn't cost you anything at all ever for the battle pass. Did I ever play Anthem? I wanted to so bad. I wanted to so bad. And I had a buddy of mine who was playing Anthem, and he was ranting and raving about how good that game felt. The movement was really good. The gunplay was good. The looter shooter was decent. And then probably about a week or two into the open beta. No. It wasn't the beta. It was after the official game release, because he played the beta and he was happy with it. And when they finally released the game, it was like a week or two. And I heard him complaining about this game. About how, first off, the game was not populated like they stated it was going to be. Like, this was supposed to be a living, breathing world. When you went into one of the major cities, there were supposed to be tons of people there. Lots of NPCs, right? And there was hardly anybody. I mean, it kind of reminded me of going back to like No Man's Sky, when No Man's Sky released, and they had all these big promises for No Man's Sky, and that was not what was delivered when that game released. It took them how many years to get to the point of No Man's Sky where it was close to what they had initially promised us when the game came out. Now, granted, they did good and gave all the updates for free, which is another game I'd love to get back into. But man, that's daunting getting into that game. But he complained about the fact that the cities were sparsely populated. And the one thing that he really complained about was, he's like, dude, he's like, the starter guns that you get are way better than anything else in the game, including the end game content. Like, nothing beats the starter weapons. He goes, that is dumb as shit. And there was just like a lot that was not delivered with this game that they said were going to happen. Now, I picked it up on Game Pass. It's sitting in my Game Pass right now, and I keep looking at it every so often, and I'm like, I should just try it out. I should just try it and see how terrible it really is. Anthem had great potential. It just fell short in a lot of aspects. It fell short in like every aspect, apparently. Or at least from what I've heard. I've never actually experienced it myself, so, you know, don't take my judgment as like, you know, law or anything like that. But you think they shut down the servers? That would be hilarious. If it's still available on Game Pass and they shut the servers down, that will be hilarious. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I wanted, you know, they were touting it as the Destiny killer. And I'm like, please, something come along and kill Destiny. Please, like, make Destiny quake in their boots so that they start, like, delivering better content. Because when you have competition is when you get the best content. Or the best product. When you have a competition, if you have a monopoly on a particular thing, then you're not trying hard enough anymore because you don't need to. Prime example. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I watched a lot of wrestling. I watched a lot of well, it was WWF at the time, but WWE wrestling. Back in the day when there was D-Generation X, when there was Stone Cold Steve Austin causing havoc all over the place, where The Undertaker decided he was going to become the American Badass at one point in time. Like, that's my era of wrestling before the 80s stuff, right? So we were watching this, and there was a fierce competition between WWF and WCW and ECW, right? If you remember that, there was this, it was the three major wrestling networks and organizations. And there's always fierce competition for viewership, right? And you had WWF, who created Degeneration X, and then WCW created the Wolfpack, I think it was. If I remember correctly, it's when Hulk Hogan went over and turned heel. And then ECW just had all kinds of fucked up matches. And these three entities competed against each other on a regular basis for viewership. And the storylines that they came up with was amazing. And the wrestlers that they came up with, they were amazing. And then WWE bought WCW. And I can't remember if they bought ECW as well or if ECW just folded. One of the two happened. But even like Paul Heyman, who was like the owner of ECW, came over to WWE at some point in time. So like ECW was no more. WCW existed, but it was owned by WWE. So it was the same writers, and like all of a sudden, all of the storylines just started going to shit. WWE bought both. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember if ECW just folded or if they got absorbed by WWE. But all of their storylines just started going to shit because there was no more competition. There was no more needing to fight for viewership because no matter where the viewership was, WWE was getting paid. So the storylines went to shit. The attention to detail went to shit. When they first reintroduced Kane, Undertaker's brother, like my first sign that shit was going downhill was when Kane came out. Kane's whole backstory was that he's the brother of the Undertaker, and he was caught in a fire that killed their parents, and he was burned over most of his body, which is why he had like a full bodysuit, like arms and everything, like down to the wrist, like everything was covered, and he had that mask that he had. It's a great mask, by the way. He had that mask. So that was the storyline. He was horribly burned over 90% of his body. And then the first time that Kane came out and he had his one arm exposed. Now, look, I understand what I understand what wrestling is. It is the soap. It's the soaps for men. You know what I mean? It's the soap operas for men. I get it. I know it's scripted. I know that they have a team of writers. I know that they plan the things out. But when you're investing yourself in those storylines, you kind of latch on to details, right? That's what makes it kind of real, so to speak. And when he came out with his arm exposed, and he was fine there, and then they started him with both of his arms exposed, so he's kind of like in like a tank top kind of upper part of his costume. And I went, yeah, this is gonna go bad. They're not even trying at this point because they don't have to compete against anybody. They didn't have to compete. So it's just like they could do lazy writing. And then eventually Kane lost his entire upper portion of his costume. I know that's kind of nitpicky and whatnot, and you're just like, well, it's just a backstory. It doesn't really, have any bearing on it. No, but it was a backstory that they stuck to for the longest time. And all of a sudden, they weren't sticking to it anymore. Now, if I understand correctly, I think Kane is still around. He doesn't even wear the mask anymore. Or if it is, it's a very slimmed down mask, like a nose protection mask or some shit. I don't know. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. But yeah. So when there's no competition, your product suffers. Definitely a little nitpicky. Yeah, look, it might be nitpicky, but think about a storyline that you really enjoy. Think about a book or a series that you really love, right? And I guarantee you there are things that you nitpick like that within that genre that you love so much. Whether you live in the Star Wars universe, the Star Trek universe, if you are part of the Wheel of Time people, or if you are part of the what's the other one? There's another major book series. Not Wheel of Time, but Discworld, is it? Is it Discworld? I don't know. But anyway, I know of a lot of people who nitpick a lot over their specific fandoms and whatnot. And That's all that it is. It's the same kind of thing. So, Aliens and Resident Evil, yes, I'm 100% correct. Yeah. Like, Aliens 3 was a piece of trash and should never have been made and doesn't exist in my version of the Aliens universe. It can go to hell. I will take Aliens 4 over Aliens 3. And while I love Prometheus and what was the other one? Prometheus and Covenant. While I love those because it was great backstory information and whatnot, even though it was kind of a little wonky at certain parts, but I still like the ideas. Romulus was so amazing. Yeah, Romulus was absolutely amazing. Romulus felt like a return to an Aliens movie. Prometheus and Covenant didn't feel like alien movies, per se. They were definitely prequels. So, but they didn't feel like it was in that alien universe. But absolutely, Romulus was in that Aliens universe. It brought us back to the Aliens movie, and I can't wait, because I've heard rumor that they want to do a follow-up to the Romulus movie, and I am 100% there for it. My daughter and I went to go see Romulus in the theater, and dude, we were on the edge of our seats the entire time. And then when you thought it was over, it wasn't over. It kept going. Like, you got to that one point, I without spoiling too much about the movie, I know anybody who's seen it, you know what I'm talking about. There's a particular spot in the movie where you're like, okay, things are wrapping up. We're going to end this movie here very shortly. And then all of a sudden, no, they didn't end it. It kept going. And not in a bad way either. Everyone hates Aliens 3, but it's well-deserved. Oh my god, Aliens 3 is just such a turd rocket. I hate that movie so much. I have it. I own it. It's in my collection. But I guarantee you I won't watch it often. It's so bad. Andy was an amazing character. Yeah, he was. Andy was great. I love Andy. I even like, what was it, Rook? I like that they brought Rook back. And I know people were in an uproar about that because the actor who portrayed Rook had passed away before this movie came out. But I also read somewhere that they had gotten permission from his family to put him in this movie. And they, the family pretty much agreed, like, that's what he would have wanted to do. That's what he would have wanted. If he would have had the opportunity to do it, he would have done it himself. But unfortunately, he didn't. I also heard, like, in the re-release or the release of the Blu-ray or something, like, they fixed a lot of the CGI for Rook and made him a little bit better. I don't know. But in any case, let's play a game. Let's play let's play some medieval combat. I'm kind of itching to play this game. I've been itching to play this game all weekend, and I haven't touched it all weekend because I was doing other crap. Like I said, I was doing the stream updates. This chat here is one of the updates that I was working on. I'm still not 100% in love with it yet. I don't like this background. If I can work through and, like, do some CSS editing and get rid of this background, or at least be able to change the color of the background, I might like this a little bit better. I definitely, and what the point of this is if you see, there is a Twitch icon there. Well, if I had somebody who was chatting from YouTube, which I haven't had anybody from YouTube yet. If I had somebody chatting from YouTube, it would also appear in this chat. So that's one of the things I was working on. Working on some of the cartoon stream updates that I was working on. And then even like, even today, like an hour and a half before I went live tonight, I was in the process of swapping out in my network closet some Cat 5 cable for some short run Cat 7 stuff that I have, because I wanted to increase the throughput speeds from some of my servers to each other, so that when I copy something from one server to the other, I'm actually getting the maximum amount of speed that I can, instead of what I'm restricted to with Cat 5e. So I got Cat 7 cabling upgrade in there. I just now need to get patch cables for it to kind of reduce the bottleneck there. But yeah, so I've been doing all of this other work and not really having a chance to play, and I've been wanting to play Kingdom Come so much this weekend. So we're gonna get to that. The first Aliens film was something you feel like can't be beaten, similar to John Carpenter's The Thing. I really enjoy the first Alien movie, right? It's got the element of you don't really see what it is for the longest time. It's got that unknown element. I really like that. It's dark, it's gritty, it definitely looks like it was shot in the 80s for sure. I really like that. But there's something about Aliens where you get the Marines involved, where you get Newt, where you get Ripley, like kind of taking charge in that movie. Aliens 2, Aliens, Romulus. That's how it rolls for me. It's Aliens 2, right behind it, minusculely behind it is the original Alien, and then right behind that one is Romulus. Like, and there's so many great lines in Aliens 2. In the second Aliens movie. There's so many great lines. Game over, man. It's game over. Freaking love Bill Paxton so much. But yeah, that's my lineup. So I'm very partial to Aliens, but right behind that is Alien. So it's not like it's here and here. It is literally neck and neck. Get away from her, you bitch. Yeah. Ripley, I'm scared. Freaking love that movie so much. It's also one of my daughter's favorite movies too. It's one of those movies that we definitely bonded over. I think that may have started her love of horror movies, of like thriller kind of movies and whatnot. Yeah, I may have corrupted her a little bit. All right, give me a little bit here. I'm gonna put us into a video game quiz. So if Boomer's not paying attention, you may have a chance to win. So I'm gonna put us into a video game quiz. When I get back, after I pop up the green screen and get the game up and running and everything else, we're gonna jump into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We're gonna see where we can go from there. We can continue talking movies though. Trust me, I'm still good for talking, even when I'm playing. We can do that. I can multitask. I have a TTS assistant. We can do that. But stick around. Play the video game trivia. I will be right back. I'm going to see you on the other side of this for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
In the
where's my camera? Where is my camera? Actually, give me a second here. My streamer bot. Hey, there's my camera. Skyla, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Give me a second here. I need to shut down my streamer bot. It went wonky for a second, and I don't know what's wrong with it. So I'm gonna shut it down, and I'm gonna restart streamer bot. Hopefully, it functions right. All those little connected things are all part of my streamer bot. So just give me a moment. If Skyla's here, does that mean Crockett's here? Is the man from the Upside Down here? Hello, StreamerBot. There you are. Yeah, you function again. You're alive! You are alive! He's at uni, unfortunately. Oh, that's right. You guys are like, what is it? Like 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something there? Or I forget. I forget what the time difference is. Like 3 o'clock, something like that. I don't know. I'm bad at math. We are doing good though. It's 1 p.m. So see, I'm way off. Way off. Maybe I was thinking Rampage in the UK. Maybe that's what I was thinking, was Rampage in the UK. I don't know time zones either. I don't, all I know is this. That's what time it is. She's in the Upside Down with Crockett. He left. He laughed when I called it that. He's like, I don't think I've heard it called that. I'm like, I don't care if you've heard it or not. This is what I call it. It's the Upside Down. It's a great description. Come on now. I mean, I don't mean any offense by it whatsoever. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. But yeah, it's the one place on Earth where if you live there, it tries to kill you. I kid. That's just dumb American propaganda. Crockett's a Demigorgon? That makes sense. What? Did I say something offensive? I'm sorry. You can smack me later. Alright, here we are. So we're in Castle Troskovich. And they're not hunting me anymore. I had a hell of a time with this castle when I was wanted. I died 12 times, I swear to God. Until I finally got through. Can I actually smith anything right now? Do I have enough material to smith something? I do not. I smith the hermit sword again.
Oh.
No. You see, you gotta redefine your meaning of bad spiders.
Good doggy.
Because
good boy.
I have seen videos. Now it's the internet. How much can you really, how much can you really believe on the internet? But I have seen videos of people's houses, and there's a spider like is bigger than my face, chilling in the corner of the room. No, thank you. I don't have a thing with spiders though. Like my wife is deathly afraid of spiders. I don't have a problem with spiders, but when they are the size of your face, when they can face palm your face, like a face hugger, then I might have an issue. It's a little issue. All right. The hell was I gonna do? I need to go talk to the dude. I need to go talk to this dude about a book, and then I need to go steal said book.
Well,
no,
if you're banking
I
on
believe
tiny
you.
things for safety, just keep your fingers crossed they don't have a backup
I believe
plan.
you that those
Always
fangs
wise
are
to stay
and
cautious.
that they're not really that dangerous. But but it could still palm your face. And like, no, I don't know. I'm okay with how spiders look. It's just when they attach to your face like a face hugger from Aliens. Yeah, it's still. I'm imagining that's exactly what they do. They're like, oh, it's a human. I'm gonna hug you. Like they're just trying to give little spidery hugs. And unfortunately, the little spiderish hugs that they give is around your face. Yeah, it's cute.
God bless.
Yes. Stepping. How are you going to step on them when you can wear them like skates? You could put 2 of those spiders on your feet and they could scuttle you around. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Are you going down the roller rink? Yeah, let me get my spiders on. Oh my god. Yeah, just from out from underneath your shoes and they're just going. Oh. There's something seriously wrong with me. There's something seriously wrong with me. Oh, but yeah, nope. That's what it would be like. I strap those spiders to my shoes and. I like to imagine that the roller derby teams down in Australia, that's what they practice on. Back when I was officiating for roller derby, prior to the pandemic, I had officiated for like 10 years, and we knew of. There was a website called Derby Earth. I don't think it exists anymore. But what you could do is you could look all over the planet and see what roller derby teams existed in what cities and whatnot. And just for fun, me and a couple of other officials, we were kind of goofing around on that website, and we traveled down to Australia, and we noticed that around the shoreline of Australia, there was a lot of roller derby teams, right? A lot of them. I say a lot, like, 12, 15 roller derby teams around the coastline of Australia. And then in the middle of Australia, there was one. I don't remember what the name of it was. I don't remember the city that they were in, but there was one in like almost the dead center of Australia. And I'm like, that has got to suck so much for that team, because nobody probably travels to them. They've got to travel to everybody else. That's all that I can imagine. And Australia is not a small place. So I can imagine traveling from the coastline to the center takes a little bit. I don't know exactly what the conversion is, if it's like, Florida to New York or not, but yeah, where you go on a walkabout and you don't come back from your walkabout, you take a layabout because the spiders will get you. Oh, petulant mobster. Petulant mobster. I'm sorry, my friend. We don't do that kind of crap here. We get rid of you kind of bots immediately. Bye. I don't stand for that crap here. 10+ hours, yeah. That is so if you're saying 10+ hours from where you live, that for me, I live in the state of Pennsylvania. I live in southern Pennsylvania. So traveling from southern Pennsylvania to like North Carolina is about that distance. Oh yeah. I told Boomer that I was contemplating writing code within StreamerBot that if it detects certain words or phrases, that it would just auto ban that particular user. Like especially if it's a first word or first time chatter or a likely ban evader.
There. What's on your mind?
It would just auto ban them so their messages would never come up. But then you would never get to really see the ban video anymore. By the way, yeah, that's Verbot. Verbot is a little chatty at times, so Verbot's fun. You can ask Verbot questions and he'll answer you. You have to at Verbot 9000 though. Yeah. He's set up to randomly respond to like 3% of chat messages. So you have to ask him then. You can at Verbot 9000 and ask him.
Only when I've been hanging around too many sandwiches. You should ask Verbal. He's the one with the lunchbox.
I have a lunchbox? I mean, I do like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with lots of peanut butter.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived.
I'm playing a game. I keep forgetting that I'm playing a game.
An alchemist cookbook, a sand-colored cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an
Glad
alchemist?
To see you're having a good time. What's got you laughing?
I swear to God, he's not picking on you. You know, I saw a video last week or something. Somebody, or maybe it was a picture. I don't remember. It was a post. Something. I don't know. It was something on social media. Somebody had bought a storage unit, right? Like, you know how like if you default on your payments on a storage unit, like they put it up for auction. Then, well, somebody bought one of these, and inside was a display. Oh, see, you might have to ask him again because you're still stuck on your first words for some reason. I don't know why, Zen Carol, because you've already chatted tonight. I don't know why. So he was responding to your first words. But in the back of the storage unit, they found a display from like 1980 something, from a department store, like a Macy's or Sears department store, of untouched metal lunchboxes from the 80s, like an assortment of them, like the thermos lunchboxes, the character ones, the old metal ones. I found a whole display like 2 deep. Oh yeah. Why? No, do the at verbal 9000 first. Do that first. Or I can ask him. Hold on. Let me try asking him. Give me a second here. Hold on. We're gonna try this. So at Verbot 9000, are you here to replace me? Oh, okay.
Not a chance. Verbal is irreplaceable, like a good cup of coffee. I'm just here to add a bit of fun.
Like a good cup of coffee. Potentially. I'm not going to ask my question then, since it was already asked. All right. Yeah, he does. Do you really want to hurt me? Where do you keep books at the castle?
So I was wondering, where do you keep books here at Trotsky?
You didn't answer me.
No worries.
So be it.
Just a
Books
minor
first
slip.
have to be examined
Lots of
and
numbers
sorted.
to juggle in the digital world.
Cookbook?
But
Well,
hey, you can always
I'll have to
blame it on the
disappoint you.
software.
Lord Nick Vardlibak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left
Your
with it
parents
before I could even discover
bought
what it's
you
about. All I
back
remember
mangas?
is the author's initials, BB. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books,
What is
and I
Makas?
appreciate Nick Vard's help. But he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now.
You don't know what Makas
I'd
are?
like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
Oh, somebody. So, oh, McDonald's. Okay, your parents bought you McDonald's.
Percent final GPT percent. Well, Verbot 9000 definitely brings a more modern
Well, it's
vibe.
not. It was RecruitBot
9000 just needs to
9000.
work on its selfie game.
And that's been changed. What could be behind it?
Why would Nick Vard suddenly be avoiding you?
I have a sneaking suspicion.
Boomer
It
changed
seems
his bot
Nick
name
Vard
to
lost the book.
Theta.
I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed
Theta
books around
Server
with him,
Skull
but to leave
404,
them
I
in
think
his
is what it is
chamber
now. It's
and
very
read them there.
Warhammer themed.
But Nick Vard is old and stubborn.
He's been doing a
and
lot
this
of
is how
work with
things
it. It's
turn out.
amazing. It responds so well. Books aren't for fools.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nick Vard are too dumb to
Yeah,
understand.
the Server Skull. Yep.
But I digress. As I said, Nick Vard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha, the cook, Regina, the maid, and Hirsch, the hand.
No! I'm sorry. I'm sure more people know him, or does he avoid nobles? Make them not have. I wish I could. He's just recently started doing that, and I think he's found his niche, so to speak. He used to stream Call of Duty gameplay and whatnot. We used to do Call of Duty together. But I think the Warhammer theme and gameplay is more his speed. Wait till the new Doom releases, though. He's going to be all over the new Doom when that comes out. Let me tell you.
For a nobleman, Nick Vard is quite wary of his own kind.
But yeah, I'm liking that he's kind of found his thing.
I'm surprised that he's ever
Because I know he's
spoken
been
to
struggling
anyone
with
but
that for a
myself.
couple years.
Nick Vard is a
Like
loner.
finding something
Which
that
is
really
also
fits
why I
him.
suspect something bad has happened.
So I'm happy for that.
Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all
I've
I've
never
managed
been
to find
interested
out.
really in Warhammer. Like,
Since
I'm here to
Lord
help
von
Boomer
Berko's
out, and I've
arrival,
told him, like,
I've been preoccupied with other matters.
with the ideas that I've given him for his stream for like the live gameplay. Like I would be basically I would be able to have access to his streamer bot program, and I could run his stream while he plays. Kind of be like a producer, so to speak. And I've given him a couple ideas for that and said, you know, if you want to do that, I could definitely sit in on the stream and we'll definitely, you know, do the camera changes and all the fun stuff that you need me to do. I don't need to be overly interested in the gameplay itself. I just need to know what's going on. But yeah, Warhammer, he's tried to get me into it a couple times. It's I don't know. It hasn't gotten its hooks in me yet.
I'll help you.
I'll fight it.
I'll ask all 3 and see if they lead me to Nick Vard.
Many thanks. If you aren't sure what to do, stop by and we'll discuss what you found out.
Okay, so I gotta find
Before I go,
somebody now.
Can you tell me where I can find those people in the castle?
Who, exactly?
Bertha.
Where is Bertha?
Bertha cooks for us in the Crone's kitchen. She's there most days. If you
Okay.
can't find her there, try the first house in the lower castle, across from the door to the dungeon.
You would be surprised. I am a collector of hobbies. Thank you, ADHD.
Where is Regina?
I know.
As Lord von Berkoff's
I know a good bit
personal
about
maid,
most
she'll likely be somewhere in
geekery.
the Maiden's Palace, perhaps
Not
in the
everything,
Knight's Hall,
mind
or on
you.
the floor above it.
I'm like a
near
jack
the
of all
Lord's
trades.
Chambers.
I'm a
She
geek of
even
all
sleeps
trades.
there.
I'm a jack of all geeks. Maybe.
Where is Hirsch, the stable boy?
In the
I've
stables.
seen him with Hirsch at the transport yard below the castle. He sleeps in the house directly across from it. I don't know him much, though.
You said Nick Vard is avoiding you. Where at the castle does he live?
Welcome
Are there any
back.
places he frequents?
Nick Vard lives like a
For
hermit
Quince?
here at Trotsky.
Is there any?
Like a ghost.
Is there any places
His
he
chambers are in the
frequents?
Crone's tower. But God knows
Did-
if
did
he's
you-
ever slept
Henry,
there.
Henry,
He
did you
took his
mean
meals down in
frequents?
the Crone's kitchen.
Not
Lately,
frequents?
I've often seen him talking to Regina in the Knight's Hall, in the Maiden, or looking out the hall window. I caught sight of him a few times with Hirsch at the transport yard below the castle.
So I just have to hope I run into him somewhere.
Pretty
Nick
much.
Vard always just shows up. I've rarely ever found him on my own. I'm not surprised you can't find him anywhere, since I've been trying myself.
That's everything I needed to know.
Alright, so I need to go to the Crone's Kitchen. I got a game save, though. That's nice. Need to go to the Crone's Kitchen, or the stables, or there was a third place that I didn't pay attention to. Don't you hawk a loogie at me, boy. Alright, this is Bertha. Hey, look, it's Bertha. Hi, Bertha.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Libac to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
He must be feeling better.
Did he say where he was headed?
I can't say. I promised Lord Libac his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nickvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart.
Well then.
Lord Libac's secret is certainly
You love me. You really
Skyla,
love me.
thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. I'm glad that you are, you know, enjoying things here. Oh, I could bribe? The face? What face? My face? It's a face. It's a face. Let's bribe her. I got the money.
If a nobleman's secret is worth so much, how about this?
Oh, the emotes? Yeah.
That'll buy you more than one book.
I suppose Lord Libac wouldn't mind. And do you have the exact amount?
Of course.
So many groschen. I promise I'll split it with Lord Libac when I see him, and I'll explain everything.
You don't need
tell
to explain anything.
What's the medicine for?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well...
It sounds like he has IB.
How to say it?
IBS?
Everything came out much too quickly.
Yep. Yep. Don't be afraid to say it.
He shot himself.
It was in the privy down below the Crone. By the training ground, below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine. And I promised that I wouldn't say
Well, now
anything.
I've got dirt.
Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters. Though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead. And only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
And he shat himself.
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world.
Well, he shot himself.
To the best of us. And I told him as much then. I'm just surprised he never came back for another file. I must say, he did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
Nose in his
this
pants.
This isn't going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
No, the way to the... It's your birthday tomorrow! Well, happy birthday! I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Birthdays are always the best. Oh, look, it's Mutt. Hi, Mutt. Howdy, Mutt. All right, where else do I need to go? I'm not even going to ask you how old you're going to be, because that's impolite. All right, so we got to go down by the stables. Oh, he'll be at uni on your birthday? That's a shame. Look, it's me horse. It's me Pebbles. I love me Pebbles. Hello, Kabat.
Good day to you.
Wait a minute. Absolutely, Devilish, no problem. Wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean you gotta start paying taxes? So, Ah. Okay, because I was gonna say, like, my oldest son, who's 17. God, 17. He got a job last year. He's paying taxes then. So I was like, are you 16? But got it, 18. 18. Well, happy 18th birthday tomorrow. I hope you have an awesome day.
Oh no, indeed. Did something go awry, or
Calm
are
down.
we just practicing our dramatic
I'm
flair?
here for horse tackle. Some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Well, fuck me blind. You got out of jail yesterday,
What's
and
up?
today you've
Someone
got a horse.
stole your snack again?
Fuck, I wouldn't mind having
Furbot,
your
calm
kind of
down.
luck, but you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not.
I don't. I want to keep
Well,
Pebbles.
See you later. Have a good evening.
I want to keep Pebbles. I'm keeping Pebbles.
I took a look at herring.
And?
I'll keep my own.
A nice animal, but I'll keep my own.
Never mind looking a gift horse in the mouth, you flat out refuse to accept one. You're lost though, pal.
Nope, it's not.
Now we've got to know each other, I want to let you in on this little scheme. We could both get something out of it. But you'd have to keep it to yourself. What do you say? Can you keep your mouth shut when coin's at stake?
Sure, I can
I
keep
can
my
keep
mouth
my
shut.
mouth shut. You can count on it. What's this about coin then?
Look, it's easy as pie. You keep your horse, which you wanted to do anyway, but I'll say
Yeah,
you
it does.
took herring, and then I'll sell him to someone. You'll do all right out of it. I'll pay
Actually,
you
it has
up
both
front.
my logos. I had that specially made. I had that made last year, the year before, something like that. Give me more, or I'm not interested.
Well, I might be interested, but I deserve a bigger cut. I'm not new to all this, so I'm well aware that the first offer to an accomplice is deliberately low, just in case he accepts. So forget about that and make it worth my while.
That's right.
Because you'll get a tidy sum for a horse like that.
I didn't expect you to be so savvy. But you're not wrong. I'll give you double my first offer. I reckon that's fair.
Me
I don't even know what he
now we can get
offered
back
me.
to the reason you're here. You know how to ride and control a horse?
Yes. I know how to ride, don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself,
The booty
right?
scooty? Yeah.
Sure.
That's
Thanks.
great, isn't it?
Well, see you later. Have a good evening.
I don't want to escort Sir Capone. I don't know. I don't know why it is. Like, when I first saw... So, it came from an episode of Teen Titans Go, where they kind of did, like, a Goonies kind of episode. You know, it wasn't exactly the same as Goonies, but it was very much based on Goonies. And, instead of doing the what is it, the chunk shuffle, it was the booty scoot, and that's where I made my first animated emote. So if you look at the emotes, the animated butt bounce, this one right here, that's the booty scooty. It's my most popular emote. It's the most used on this channel. It also gets used on other channels a lot. So when I found, well, let me rewind. I saw a video that was on TikTok that somebody found the Robin dancing doll at a store somewhere, and I was like, once I saw that video, I was like, oh no, I have to get this doll. I have to get this Robin. It's perfect for this channel. I need this Robin. So I have it. I physically have it. the Booty Scooty that Channel Point Redemption, I shot that entire video with the actual Robin. So yeah, he's in my background. He's behind the green screen. But yeah. And I don't know why it's so catchy, but it is. And it's great. And I love it so much. Shit. That's... Alright. Yeah. So good. Alright, we'll come down here and talk to this guy. And then we'll go back up and talk to the other one.
Devilish was involved. You don't see something like that every day.
You're a convict.
God be with
You are you who I'm supposed to talk? No, I'm not. No. No. This is not a stable. Shit. Where am I supposed to go? Jump the fence.
I went to see him, but he threw me out. And you're surprised? But it was just a simple misunderstanding.
Where is this dude at? I need to talk to.
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh.
Greetings. Yeah.
Why can't you use the other emotes?
It's a nice place
You may have to refresh. If you're on mobile, you might have to refresh. If you're on a laptop, you might have to refresh. We find that we sometimes we find that. No, reload. I swear to God, you have more. You have way more.
A light snack like yogurt, a banana, or a handful of nuts can do the trick. Just steer clear of anything too heavy. No late-night pizza debates.
Oh yeah? Oh, well, I'm in a private area? Well, where's this guy at that I'm supposed to be talking to? Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for somebody.
It was him who told me.
Pop. There you go. I'm looking for somebody. Shush. I can't find him. Yeah, it's good. I have like 3 other open animated emotes that I can make. I just need to figure out like what I want to make.
How's life treating you? Not too bad. I've got so much to do. I have to split myself.
Good day.
You hate that baby?
I'm looking for Nick Vard.
That was a suggestion of my daughter.
You might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Liback. I almost forgot about him.
That's great.
I suppose his task wasn't
That's
so
great.
pressing. Hmm?
Task?
What task?
Nick Liback, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning.
And this
Von
one
Berghoff,
were
and I had
suggestions
to
from
obey
my daughter.
him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
She's like, you need to have these 2 on your channel, Dad. I was like, yeah, okay.
No. There are new rules now. You have to prove you're not a spy.
I'm not a spy. What are the rules?
What are you blathering about? Von Berghoff said there's a war on, right now. I told him, watch out for spies, Sir Otto. But fear not, I know how to
I might be a
sniff 'em
spy.
out. You're a spy yourself, ain't you?
No.
I'm not.
Ha! That's exactly what a spy would say. That's why you have to be vetted, to see if you're really on our side. The side that Nick Vard's on, just so you know. We're all friends here. You can join us.
I'd like to.
Hold your horses. First a test.
Tell me what you want from me then.
A sword.
Sword? What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy.
He wants
who
a
should fear me.
sword?
Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down
I know,
by
it
the
really
gate.
kind of was.
During the day, they're not in the towers anyway.
Steal a sword? That sounds like something a spy would do.
Not a spy who wants to help von Berghoff's most loyal servant. By servant, I mean me. See?
You
Once
just
I
want a
get
sword.
I'll fill you in on Nickvard's task.
I don't have a sword for you. I think he
I'll
might
think
be a
of a
spy.
way to convince you.
All right, now that I know what he looks like, I can craft a sword. I can craft a long sword.
But then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again.
I should wash myself though.
Greetings, sir.
Howdy. So clean, so fresh and so clean. All right, is this my horse? This is not my horse. That is not my horse. Do not steal that horse. Shoot. What do I need to make a longsword? I need common longsword. I have iron on me. I need a corn sword pommel, sword guard, pigskin, and steel. 3 steel. Really? All this is on my horse. I do. I just thought my horse was there, not still here. All right, so I need a ordinary sword guard. I need a coin sword pommel. Just one. I need a pigskin. Just one. And I need 3 scrap metal. I have a horse and I have a doggo. There's my doggo. Isn't that right, Mutt? I have a horse named Pebbles and a dog named Mutt. Alright, I should be able to make a long sword. Oh, it's not scrap. I need steel. Wait a minute, what now? He's not my son-in-law yet. Not yet, anyway. You know, there's still time to change that. Maybe. Maybe if he keeps himself straight. All right, I need steel. You need 2 points. So close. All right, there we go. Steel. Now I got the stuff I need. You'll get 2 points quickly. I forget what the watch ratio is, but you'll get it quickly. Military sword, no. Common longsword. Here we go. We're gonna make this dude a longsword of my quality. Heat this piece of steel rebarb up. Ah, no. That wasn't very nice. Where did my sword go? Oh, this is so much glitchy. Hey, as long as I'm hitting it. I didn't want to take it back to the forge, but oh well, I'll make it hotter. But all right, now it's nice and toasty. Let's flip it.
Good doggy. Good boy.
It's glitching right now.
Humor? I'm still warming up. Give me another shot, and I try to hit the right note. What do you want to talk about?
It's glitching right now. This is not how this normally goes. Verbot's just trying to keep you entertained.
I've almost got it done.
Almost got it done, but it's cooled down too far. Let's heat that sucker up a little bit. See, this is not the normal forge that I work in. So this forge has got me all jacked up.
Oh, you mutt.
There we go. That sword is finished. If I can craft this stuff, I always will because it gives me experience points. Rather than buy it. Alright, stick it in the water! And there we go. It is a Henry quality level common longsword. I'm going to be giving this dude a really nice piece of weaponry. I really should have, but I can't do that. I've got to make a nice sword.
I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot, scoot, scoot that booty, scoot, scoot, scoot that booty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty.
It's so good. It really is. Hi there, Hirsch.
About Nickford.
Got that sword yet, spy?
I have a sword for you.
You wanted a sword? So look at what I got for you.
Common longsword. I didn't sharpen it, so you can sharpen it yourself.
That's perfect. Lovely. I don't think you're a spy. Can't say for sure, but you seem all right.
I know.
Nickford, then?
Nickvard asked me to do something for him. He must have admired my devotion to Lord von Bergoth. Either way, Nick looked troubled and not very healthy. He wanted me to fetch him something he lost outside the castle, and I told him I would.
Buttons underscore and underscore bruise. Good evening, my friend. How are you doing?
But then Nickvard clutched his belly and ran off. So I never found out what he wanted, or from where.
What?
Aye.
I made a sword for you, and that's what you give me?
Ask him if he still needs it or whether he found it himself.
You're so
I'll be going
tired.
into war
What have you been
soon,
doing, my friend?
So I don't have time for these things, see?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're here. We're playing the game. It's fun. I'm not... Oh, that sucks.
Have you tried counting sheep? Or maybe
Furbot.
binge watching something that keep you awake longer? Just kidding.
Furbot.
Try some calming music or a good book.
Calm down, my friend.
May God give you health.
Given the sleeping advice. I'm a little tired myself. If I'm gonna be completely honest, yeah. I've been getting to bed way later than I should be. And thinking it might be having a toll. Not sure. Alright, is this the bed? Alright, let's sleep a little bit. We'll sleep till 8 in the morning. We'll eat something real quick too.
You have a kind master. Huh? Mutt?
That's his name. His name is Mutt. Eat the bread. We're gonna drop the apples outside here because the apples are bad. So drop. No, I said drop. Oh, do I have 29 bad apples? Yeah, I do. We're also gonna drop the cooked onion because that's bad now. I've got food poisoning. Awesome. Do I have digestive potion? Yes, I do. All right. So the last person that I need to go and talk to is a maid. Look at... Alright, that was amusing. Not gonna lie. I was amused. That was pretty damn funny. So the nice thing now is I can make it all the way through here without getting stopped or murdered or, you know, whatever.
At your service.
Last time that I was in this place and running around, I was trying not to get, you know, murderized. Hi. I'm gonna run past you here. Thank you. No, I want to run past you. Thank you. You can apologize all you want. Where is this maid at? Oh, wrong button. Alright. She's wherever that is. Wait.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Hey, I found you!
Do you know where I can find Nickvard? The scribe said you might know.
Edelzim is suddenly interested in Nickvard and me. You don't say. But when I need him to read something for me, he never has the time. I'm sorry.
You're making AI
I was asking
war?
about Nickvard.
Aye, I heard you. Say, can you read?
I can.
In that case, would you mind...
Zankaril asked me, what you opinion on the new Verbot 9000 AI that replacing you freely in chat? Oh, the Verbot 9000. It's like having a clone with a slightly different sense of humor take over. I mean, it's not quite ready to compete with my top tier jokes and charm, but it's doing its best. maybe we should just give it a lightsaber and see how it handles a duel, right? In the meantime, I'll just be sitting here with my fire extinguisher ready in case it goes all friendly fire on us.
I need to dial back the friendly fire in AI Verbot, or in AI Verbal, because he makes a reference to friendly fire every single time. And so I think that's one of those things I need to look at. I need to look at dialing in AI Verbal just a little bit more. Otherwise, yeah, that was a cool answer. That was a good one.
This message I have from Nigvard.
I'll read it for you.
Show me. Dear Mistress of the Chambers. What is it?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get messages from someone else. Say, Lord Capon. Never mind. Read on. Though I reckon it interests you more than me.
Persevere. We shall soon escape the dungeon of those two women. Cursed fate, however, has placed an obstacle in my way. The heat of the Lightbringer's potion is working, and I can feel my insides being reborn. But when the last remnants of old age left my body, something else was washed away with them.
How much longer is it?
Not much. My damn clumsiness has sent all of the Lightbringer's secrets into the void, but fear not, I shall get them back. May this be the first task on the road to your liberation. That's it.
Beautiful.
She is not impressed. More like nonsense?
That was complete nonsense. I was embarrassed to read it.
Imagine how I felt having to listen to it.
But what does it mean? Can you explain any of it to me?
Lord Liebach has taken a liking to me. I suggested to him it wasn't proper for a noble to have an affair with a maid.
Naughty, naughty.
He thought I meant he was too old for me. But then he found what he calls the Lightbringer's potion book. He said it would light a flame in him that would burn out all that's old. So I suppose it worked. Hooray!
I know the book he's talking about, but what does he mean, into the void?
Look, can we stop talking about this? I feel a little uncomfortable here talking about some old lovelorn nobleman.
Help me.
I need help. You can give it some thought, can't you?
No! And now leave me alone.
Okay, fine. Now where I go? Let's see here. Supposed to tell me all she knows about it in exchange for reading the letter. We read through the love letter, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, it sounds like things didn't go exactly according to plan. He says the book disappeared into the void. So where is the void? And I can't talk to you anymore. Hello, guard. It's nice when I don't have to worry about you guys, like, you know, chasing me because... What if I go downstairs? Hi. Kokfanka. I wonder where the void could be.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Sounds like quite the romantic saga, but I think a raven might take a detour. Maybe try just talking to your wife instead? Could save you some headaches and kicks.
Verbot. Let's shut this door real quick before I go thieving into a chest. Oh no. Oh, this doesn't work. Alright, hold on a second. I need to do... I need to get out of this and do a save and quit. And then reload the game. Because... Lockpicking is much easier on mouse and keyboard than it is on the controller, but sometimes the mouse does not function right in the game, especially with me jumping back and forth between computers. I have pepper. I actually have pepper. I pulled it off of the merchant cart. I don't know about salt, but I know I have pepper. It's an exotic spice. Exotic. So exotic. But yeah, Buttons, it's been good so far. By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, YouTube Shorts and TikTok, there's a new video that was posted today. It's one that I really enjoyed editing, so go check it out. I think it's funny, personally. Maybe it's only my sense of humor. You gotta remember, most things that I do in regards to like my videos or this channel are honestly just here to make me laugh. So if I'm laughing, I'm okay with that. I'm fine. It's okay. Where the hell is the sweet spot? There it is. Cabbage! There's cabbage. I think if you say his name too many times, he might show up. The updated status. What is the updated status, Boomer? It doesn't post. Boomer's in the process. Oh! Boomer was in the process of putting together a computer for somebody he knows. They asked him for his advice for parts and whatnot, and he came to me. So we came up. Oh, look, there's salt. You can't see it. There's salt. We came up with a really decent build, and he was in the process of putting it together because all the parts came in.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Thanks. Yep. Well, we'll do. Thank you. I'm looking for the void. Are you aware of where the void is?
You're not permitted to be here.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I'll leave. I'm leaving.
I said surrender.
I said I'm leaving. Piss off.
Piss me off. Surrender. Right
Nice.
now.
How about you go piss off, my friend? Haha, I'm running you in circles. All right, fine. All right.
Now we'll display your corpse on. Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you?
No, I wasn't doing any robbery.
On other people's property like that.
I wasn't.
And now you'll pay a fine. But if we find out there's anything missing, we'll charge you with theft.
Do you know who I am?
Utter nonsense, all of this. You're keeping me from an important mission. You'll have to answer to the nobility for this.
Oh, I apologize, my lord. I must have made a mistake. Let's just forget about this.
Yeah. Yeah. We will forget about this.
Better keep an eye on this place.
So piss off. All right, where I gotta go? Threw it into the void. Well, what is the void? I wonder if the void is the privy down near the...
I'm sorry.
Can you boys move faster? Come on, Heimlich. Look, there's all my apples still. You can have some, they're bad. Is there a privy down here? Black Bartosh. Oh, do you fancy a game of dice?
You've got a dice table here. Fancy a game?
I'd love to. But Father Nicodemus took me for everything I had. I've got nothing to wager. Oh, wait a mo. I may have something after all. The guards found something on this one thief they caught. Some sort of map. They thought it might lead to the thief's hoard.
I'll happily take the map from you.
But I took the map from them. Want to play for it?
Yes. I'll play for the map.
I'll gladly play for the map.
Let's get to it then.
And we're going to use my special die. All 6 of them. You may call this cheating, but the die are in the game!
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Oh darn! Look, it rolled all 3s. Oh darn.
I hope I'll throw higher.
Oh look, it's all 3s again. Imagine.
Kurva! Sakra! Here, take it. I reckon I'll stay away from dice for a while.
Can you teach me a new fighting technique?
A new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well.
Nice. Let's learn.
If you are not afraid of fistfights, I'll show you
Sakura's cherry blossoms.
It is actually a
in
simple
Japanese
blow with the back of the hand to the opponent's neck. I was taught it by a good old Franciscan back when I was studying.
Back of the hand to the opponent's neck. It's a judo chop.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
But of course, it's kind of a useful little ruse. First, you kick your opponent between the legs and pretend you're losing your balance. But at that moment, you swing the back of your hand at his neck. It won't put a bloke down, but it'll give you time to attack again. Now come and try it a few times.
1 hour later.
All good?
All
no
good.
learning has ever fallen from heaven for anybody.
Can you tell me where the privy is? This is not the privy. Oh, wait, I know where the privy is. I know where the privy is. Da 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 da. Tell me this son of a bitch. Tell me this son of a bitch dropped it down the fucking hole and it went out the back end of this place. How do I get out of the back end of this place?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Hey, that's Hans. That's Hans Capon. Wait, no, let's not talk to him yet. We're not gonna talk to him yet. I'm going to try to get to the outside of here and go around to where the privy dumps, because I have a sinking suspicion that when he says that he lost it in the void, he was reading it on his toilet and it fell out.
You must be Nick Vard, eh? Poor wretch.
That's Nick Vard.
Another senseless death.
What did he do?
May God give you help.
Oh look! There's Blah. Blah.
Starting to stink.
There's the book.
Colour cover, embossed. That'll be the book Crazel wants, but it's quite ordinary. It has to be me standing over the body covered in shit. What a fucking day.
What about? Oh yeah. Oh no. This book is not clean anymore.
Another senseless death.
How did he die out here? Can I talk to you about this, please? I'd like to talk to you about something. Why are you just standing here?
It's starting to stink.
Well then leave! I want to rob his body. At least he died on a pretty... Ooh, nope, it's not pretty out here.
What a fucking day.
I want to know how he died. I want to loot him.
Another senseless death.
Well, yeah, but do you want to go somewhere? I could knock the guard out.
Ugh. It's starting to stink.
I could knock the guard out. Or not knock the guard out.
It has to be me standing
there we go.
The body. What a fucking day.
Knock him out. We're gonna put you over here, friend. Well, I'll take those groschen. I'll take the door and chest keys. I'll take the digestive potion. Make him knickered? Well, those garter hoses are actually better than mine. So I'll take those for sure. That's all he's really got. He's pantsless. What do you have, friend? Hey! You know what? No, we're not going to steal from him. Don't dig in the shit, mutt! Okay, nobody knows it was me. Nobody will know. They won't know. They won't know. He's just sleeping! He's pining for the fields. How would they know?
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Oh, okay. My horse. Let's put... What did I steal? I need to get rid of some of these hemmed hoods that I have. I don't need all of these hemmed hoods. Are they not even showing? They're not even showing as being stolen. Huh. Huh. So I could just wear them and it's fine? Let's go wash ourselves off of this stench.
Sounds like you're in a race against time. Just
did
remember,
you install all the good programs?
Focus each task at a time, and you make it happen.
By the way, Boomer, if you want a one-shot, like you select programs to install and it installs all of them in one single install file, go to www.nite.com. I'm gonna put this in chat. Go here, and if you go there, there's a huge selection of all like free software and whatnot, like Chrome and Firefox and, you know, Audacity and GIMP and all that other good stuff. And you can check mark and select everything that you want to install, and then it installs in one file. You don't have to do any configuration or anything. It's beautiful. I love that. I love that site so much. I need to find somebody I can sell shit to. Can I sell stuff to you?
What would you like?
There you go. Let's do some trade.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Let's sell. What do I have that I can sell? Let's sell the dagger. Yeah, I avoided updating Wavelink right now. I'm not updating Wavelink currently. I'm gonna wait on that. Alright, we're gonna haggle on this deal.
I'd like to do something about that price. All right, I'm listening.
We're gonna say about 320.
What would you say to this?
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more.
Okay. How about I lower it there?
Aye, you'll convince me with that price.
I dropped it 5 groschen.
Help to you, good sir.
Dropped it 5 groschen. He's like, yeah, that's a good price. Yeah. Hi. Do I have any books I can read? Yep. Oh, the lore book. Among the qualities of a true master of fire are the warrior's godliness for when he handles powder. He also maintains... I can't fucking read this book. I mean, I'll read it, but I can't read this book. But if I take that back to the miller, then it completes a quest. So let's do that. We'll ride back to the miller. The other thing I got to do is I got to stop fast traveling and actually ride my horse so that I can get the distance and get the buff for Pebbles here, and Pebbles becomes amazingly better. Which is why I'm not getting rid of my horse.
So, I went to see my brother and talk about the inheritance.
This is Boomer, this is the one Nutty created.
Aye, but he drools all over himself, and he gets this feeling.
This is Nutty's combined chat. He finally released it. I'm not 100% happy with the main one. I'm not incredibly 100% happy with the main one, mainly because of that background. I'm not really fond of that background. But he did at least allow things like, you know, turning off the notifications to be a thing. I can turn on or off the avatars. So if I wanted your avatar to show in chat, then it would. But if I don't, which honestly, I don't like the way that it spaces out the chat then. Which is why I turned that off. There's a timestamp that you can turn on or off. I could turn off badges. He's even got an option to turn off the message, and he marked it and said, if you toggle this, you are really stupid. So I'm going to look into the CSS a little bit. I tried taking the CSS. Like I inspected the web page in Google, and I got the CSS and I got the JavaScript, but I can't find an index file. Normally with this kind of stuff, I can grab the CSS, I can grab the JavaScript, and then I can grab an index file and run it locally. And I tried doing that with this, and it won't run locally. I don't know why. So I'm going to look into the CSS and see if there's a way maybe I can add it as a modifier to the browser source in OBS See if I can't get that background to disappear. I am going the whole wrong direction from where I need to go. I need to go down here. So let's just, I know I said I shouldn't be doing the auto travel, but I'm doing that right now just to get me going the right direction. I'm probably going to run into something and then I'll like horse it the rest of the way. Or watch, this is going to be, oh wait, here we go. So with that, I'm going to be sending you a few websites, Boomer. For as near as I can tell, I haven't really looked into it 100%. Maybe I'll look into it first. I'll look into it first and see if these are free sites. But I found a few sites where they offer like C# learning, and I think it's free. I can also do that. I can also do that learning on LinkedIn. Hello there. You're a musician. You're a musician. You're a dice player.
What was that sound? Hail, good man. Want to warm up a little?
Yeah, sure.
How are you faring, girl?
Well, you know how it is. We minstrels are always on
I
the
really
move.
want to learn C#.
Times are lean and folk need a
Personally.
laugh.
You're not wrong.
The poor man sins, the noble sins twice, but the monk and priest are the masters of vice.
Fancy a game of dice.
You play dice?
I'm game, if you're not afraid to lose to a girl.
I don't think I'm going to lose.
You would not dismay me in the slightest.
What game would you like to play?
So I have learned HTML.
Let's play.
I know how to modify CSS. I can kind of see JavaScript, but I can't write it. Like, I have to take something existing and I can modify it.
Let's see what you've got.
What do you mean?
Good doggy.
We're just gonna score and pass.
What a disaster again.
I won right away. I love those dice. I found 7 of them. I only needed 6. So CSS, I actually learned doing message boards. I used to do vBulletin or PPH message boards, I think is what it was, or BBS message boards, and I used to skin them for people. So I would modify the entire look of what the message board was through CSS. So that's where I learned a lot of my CSS. There's a website, if you look up, if you Google search CSS, well, just basically CSS, there is a website that teaches you all of CSS for free. It's like a university website or something, and you can learn all of CSS through there. That's where I learned like a lot of my stuff.
When you're passing by in the summer, the only bit of shade far and wide.
Well, that's just it. You're gonna see some women, are you?
I wish.
There's somebody hanging from the tree. New level in horsemanship. That's right. See, what I need to do is I need to get 40. No, definitely not.
Friend? Oh, you must mean verbal. Well, you know what they say. With friends like these, who needs enemies? Just kidding, they're great.
With friends like me, who needs enemies? That's the more accurate statement has never been said. Yeah, it's like CSS School or something like that. I forget exactly what the name is, but I know it when I see it. Wow. Who needs... What? See, nothing beats my dragon saddle right now. Gotcha. Somewhere in here, I have things for the horse. There it is. Prog saddle. Soft leather bridle and a Welin harness. Oh, the Welin harness I might actually move that to horse. Oh, is that going to replace my my mains harness? Really? Durability +4, weight is -6.
Maybe your brain just wanted to saddle up instead of watering the garden. Classic case of wishful reading.
What?
What would you like?
Verbot, are you smelling burnt toast?
What do you have for sale?
I think Verbot is smelling burnt toast. Alright, we're gonna sell this and sell that. Oh, and I can't get to my horse? Really? No, we'll fucking haggle over this.
Word about the price.
Very well.
Do we have a deal?
That sounds really interesting. Lower your price a little more, and I'll be satisfied.
Sure, I add that to my to-do list. Right after recommending a nice cat video. Skynet can wait.
That's the downfall of Skynet. Cat videos.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
That's how we
Looks like someone's
That's how we take care of Skynet.
Verbal's probably blushing. If bots could blush,
Is
that
with
Keep
is with
the good vibes rolling.
Cat videos. Sir, let's.
Oh, beautiful horse.
What do you need, sir?
Don't talk to me like that.
What do
first
you have
off.
for sale?
Why can't I?
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time then.
No, I didn't want to mount. No, stop. Oh my god, seriously. Why do you have to be so awkward, bud? Thanks. I can't get to my horse from where? I'm standing right next to my horse. How can I not get to my horse from there?
Humble respects. This one cost a pretty...
Oh my god, I keep hitting the wrong damn button. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Listen. All right, I want to sell something to you.
What can I do for you?
Trade.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Sell. Oh, he doesn't have enough gold. I can sell the one, but I can't sell the other. Unless I buy something. Unless he's got something I definitely want to buy. Oh yeah? Very small, huh? God, I haven't played that game in a while. I have not played that game in a long while. Who knows? I might actually be good at it now. Definitely not. So let's see. He's got 167 gold. I'm selling something for 103, buying for 78. If I add the saddle... I have played it with... Yeah, I already have it on my PC. And I have played with the trackball. And I've played better.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Very well.
We're gonna get 60.
Satisfied?
We're gonna get 55.
Very well, then. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
I really didn't, but, you know, whatever. This is fine. Everything is fine. We're moving on. Am I going the right way? I am.
I binge watch reruns of Verbal and fine-tune my sarcasm skills. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Is anything not clear to you? No. Fuck! I'll kill you! Someone! Help!
Get him, Mutt!
Get out of here!
I shot him in the ass. Ouch! What the fuck? Yeah, die.
Fuck you!
Got him! Did the other guy live? Did he must have run away. Oh, there he is. He's up on the hill. That's right. I'm gonna take my arrow out of his ass. So there's not really much that they've got in as far as better clothing goes. Oh, I didn't want to... Oh, fuck me. I didn't want to take that. What did I take? Some kind of armor. Something or another. Simple hose, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what I took. Or drop that. I don't need it. Simple hose! Where are you at, old man? Hi!
What do you think you're doing?
Saving your life?
And who asked you to do that? I had them right where I wanted. A little longer
You were
and
gonna
they'd
be
done
dead.
for.
Go to hell.
Well, you'd be done for. Is that what you call gratitude? Go to hell. Next time I won't bother.
What do you mean, next time? Don't you dare cross my path again. You know what? Piss off before I kick your ass at least.
You know, I really kind of want to kick your ass right now, personally. You ungrateful sumbitch.
Sounds like someone struck a nerve. Care to share the story or just venting?
Yeah, fuck him. What do you got? Taking your Gratian and your smoked cheese. Screw you. It's kind of gratitude I get for stopping and putting an arrow in someone's ass to save your life. I see how it is. What if I got the perk yet for my horse? Let's take a look. Right? Seriously. Rip and tear. If your dog inflicts bleeding wound on an enemy, the bleeding will accelerate and they will fall sooner. Oh, I like that. Mutt can sniff out enemy. Let's, you know what? Right there. Rip and tear. No, there's not, unfortunately. Well, I mean, like, not an official teabag button. Like, I can crouch and drop and crouch and drop. Horsemanship. I got it! Good old Pebbles! Pebbles is your loyal companion. You were gifted for saving Lord Capone in Reddit, and he's been your inseparable companion ever since. You have not heeded the taunts that she excels at nothing, and you have seen good and bad times in her saddle. You have forged a strong bond that nothing can break, and your friendship has awakened in Pebbles the strength and fitness that had long and deeply slumbered within. Now she can boldly compete with the best horses in noble company. Pebble's stats are considerably increased. And I also noticed that her hair didn't look as straggly. She looks like a right old horsey horse. Look at that. Her value was like 300 groschen at one point, and now it's 5,000. Stamina is 222, capacity is 358, speed is 53, courage is still 12. That's okay. She's a courageous little Pebbles. And now, they will stop calling her a nag. It's a lot. I'm running over his body. It's a lot, actually. Pebbles is now considered one of the best horses in the game. There's a couple that are better than her in a few stats, but overall, she's considered one of the best horses now. And before she would get like, you know, basically, that's right. When you would walk into a town, they would be like, "Oh, look at that old nag," and you know that's a terrible, that's an embarrassing horse to be riding upon, and blah blah blah. Now she's supposed to get better compliments when I ride into a town or something with her. That's my good. Actually, I'm not a noble. I'm a knight. And I work for Sir Capon, but I'm not a noble.
Good afternoon, Henry.
I have the... Oh, wait. Let's trade first.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Let's see what I can sell. Yep, pretty much. All right, we're going to sell that. We're going to sell... Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. We're going to sell all the stuff that we're not using. The ordinary coat. The other ordinary coat. Leather gloves. Wait, no, not the leather gloves. I just bought those. Or did I buy the riding gloves? Yeah, leather gloves. The burger shoes. The garter hose. The soft shoes. What else do I need to sell and get off of my character? Oh. Yeah, the books. He's got 339 groschen that I can weasel out of him. Still the Brunswick maps. I don't really need those anymore. Is that it? Yeah, I guess that's it. All right, so we're gonna haggle over this price.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
We're gonna try. We're gonna get 240 for this.
Never mind then.
Never mind then?
I'm done haggling with you.
No! I went too high. All right, close the deal. Fine, whatever. I got the book for you, you dumbass.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
That's
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
You'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous thing. This really is something.
I can show you a miraculous
Why is it all
thing.
covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Because it was in the shitter. Don't even ask.
Let's just say the scribe didn't have it. It actually wasn't even in the castle. Under it, really.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
The grand finale? All right, so what now?
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertolt? Oh, God damn it, Crazer. What's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you.
No, you don't.
We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth.
Oh,
you go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time.
Oh, and just because I got a new helmet doesn't mean I don't have a new overlay. Check this out. Can I kick a chicken? I know in most games you don't want to kick the chicken, but I kind of want to kick the chicken. Come on, Pebbles. All right, I need to go down to that little... Okay. I love the auto pathing, where I can just set Pebbles on the path and just go.
What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Crazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself.
Are we doing
what
like
do you
some
think is going to happen?
Kool-Aid kind of shit? You'll give me another job.
Like always. You'll send me off somewhere to look for something, and you'll have a fancy speech to go with it.
He knows you now as well as we do, Miller.
I do tend to do that, true enough. But no, today things will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without
They're gonna kill me.
We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you. So you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
Can I punch him? Can I punch him? Do you want your ass beat?
One more word, Zinek, and you'll get one on the nose.
Calm down, friend. I'm just kidding.
Get one on the
Tell
nose.
him then, Bonnie.
This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Which
Magnum
is what?
opus. The great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Weapons? The elixir of immortality? Weapons.
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on. Although weapons were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
You studied at university?
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for
He
it.
finally said it
miller or
right.
not.
His
I met
arse
a
off.
lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
They kicked you out?
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. I left myself. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
He has still not said what he's doing.
You mean thievery?
Oh, come on. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
New life? What do you mean?
I returned to the miller's trade. My father was old, and my mother had passed away. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
Let me guess,
You
it
might
didn't work.
expect it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once
Silver?
I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden...
Gunpowder.
Bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle.
He created
explosive black
gunpowder.
powder.
So I was right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own. but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students
He
and brought it up with them.
invented gunpowder.
And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We couldn't believe our luck when we found out there's
What
a
did you
copy
just
of
call
it
me?
right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
Oh, if that was only true.
What will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do.
What, a barrel?
I hope you're as excited as I am.
A whole barrel?
Before we get started, there's something I want to know. Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
Are you sure?
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine.
Oh, I can imagine quite a lot.
Big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world. And now it's within our grasp.
Sounds like you're in a situation. Just remember, calling the cops probably isn't best way to enjoy a casual game.
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper ratio. How to store it. How to light it properly. And especially how to use it in warfare. Because that's the most important part, after all.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you. Maybe you'd even be a good preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God
Absolutely.
has a path prepared
Keeping
for each
things
of us.
clear and tidy is the
And
way
each
to
of
go.
us here
Fuzz
decided
is
not to
only
follow.
great when it's about a
I'm supposed
cozy
to be a
sweater.
dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week and
Damn
soak
bot's
my
got
hands
jokes
in
for days.
lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze and fellas.
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even something to eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was
necessity.
the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed, it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
How much you want to bet that they're going to blow themselves up? How much you want to bet? They got a whole ass barrel. And there's a fuse. There. You might want to get back further. You may want to get back further. 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 Poor mouse!
Looks like it ain't working.
Holy shit!
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
Holy, that poor rat.
Maybe 9 feet deep. Those splinters, white ash.
I like that effect. They actually made your ears ring.
Take care and have
I like that a lot. They were actually making your ears ring because there was a high-pitched tone. That was good. All right, well, I tell you what, give me a second here. Well, first off, we're gonna wash up. And Mutt's gonna get a drink. So give me a second here, and we will, I'm gonna drop the green screen, and we'll wrap things up for the evening. Well, that was fun tonight. That was good. I like this. 2 handfuls of water that ought to get rid of 4 weeks of ball sweat and probably some undiagnosed tuberculosis. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, it probably will get rid of that. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me and being here tonight. I appreciate that. Let me know what you think about the new chat. The combined chat. Now, unfortunately, I didn't really get to use the combined part of chat because there was nobody from YouTube that showed up. But hopefully, in the future here, especially as I run a horizontal YouTube stream that will look very much like the Twitch stream does here, maybe we might get some more people. You kind of dig it? Yeah. My only complaint is just it's the background. It's the darkened background of it. That's my only complaint about it. But otherwise, I think it works pretty good. Now, my vertical stream still has the old chat in it because I don't want to put that in vertical stream yet. You think it's a good look? I had to feather the edge of it. The one nice part is the fact that we can still, you know, get our eyeballs on Robin. Robin's still there. But yeah. It might grow on me. I don't know. I would almost prefer to have like a little bit lighter background to it. Maybe like a light blue color to kind of go along with the rest of the theme that I have.
Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot, 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 scoot.
Gotta love that booty.
Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty.
Slamorous asked me, what do you think of the new chat style? Gotta say, it's kind of like when a new patch drops in a game. At first, you're not sure if it's going to fix the bugs or introduce more, but overall, it's fresh. Plus, it's got that whole keeping things spicy vibe. Just hoping it doesn't end up like Verbal's aim in an FPS all over the place.
Ow! Ouch! Man, these bots tonight are vicious. Yeah, we'll keep using this and see how we feel. Accurate, unlike Verbal. The one other complaint that I do kind of have a little bit is when the same person does chat a lot in succession, it does kind of all ball up together and, you know, just sticks underneath of that one name. I don't know if the person who created this, if they're going to update that or not. I get the sense just from watching them work on this live on stream that they're probably not going to change that. So if that's something that I would want changed, I would have to figure out how to do that myself. Oh, Boomer, by the way, I wanted to look and see if I could give you that web page for CSS. Let's see here. Yep, here we go. So if you want, Boomer, if you want a good place to go and muck about with some CSS, that right there, that link right there is a good one. Oh, look, there's the YouTube part of it. That link right there is a good one to go to. This is a CSS tutorial. It's got everything you could possibly ever want to know about CSS is in this website. With examples, it gives you the ability to like test it yourself and see how it comes out. Yeah, this is where I learned a lot of things when I was coding or skinning message boards and whatnot. This is where I figured out a lot. So I kept this in my tool chest, so to speak. But yeah, it's a really good, it's a really good site. It's got so much that you can go through and learn. Like, you know, if you wanted to do border images, right? You can click on that and it will give you a complete layout of how to do border images and then allow you to run through examples and see what it looks like. So it's a good place to start. The other websites that I was thinking about, I'm going to double check those and see if they're like legit. Well, not legit. I know they're legit, but I'm going to check them and see if they are actual, like, if it's a free to learn kind of thing, or if there's a subscription or a payment that you have to make. I have at least two other websites to go check out. So if they're good, I'll let you know what they are too as well. One of them should teach C#, which is definitely one of those things I would love to learn. But in any case, thank you so much for joining me, for hanging out tonight, for being here this long. I do appreciate it. Join me Wednesday. Wednesday we might do something a little different. There was a trivia question in there that kind of, the answer was Need for Speed Carbon, but I've got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which I've always loved. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I like playing as the cops, and I also like running from the cops. So maybe we might play a little bit of that on Wednesday. Something a little different, a little bit of a shake-up. Maybe we'll play some Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. And, you know, make it an evening of either being the cops or running from them. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll see what happens. Maybe I might put up a poll or something, or I'll ask you once that time comes along, and we'll see what we can come up with. But in any case, Wednesday night, 9 p.m., right here on this channel. Come and join me. Like I said, let me know what you think about the chat. Whether it's tonight, whether it's Wednesday, whether it's Friday, whatever. It's okay. We're going to run this chat for a while and see if it works as well as I hope it does. I don't know if I'm going to revert back to the horizontal chat. I don't know if I want to revert back to that one because it separates who's speaking on the horizontal chat, so at least you can follow along a little bit better. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. This is the horizontal chat was set up by StreamUps, and that entire process to implement that horizontal chat from StreamUps is a pain in the ass. The horizontal chat that I got from Nutty is literally you add a website into a browser and then you go to another website address and you can make you go to the website address, make your changes, copy that web address, pop it in a browser, you're done. That's it. It's super simple. So we'll see. But in any case, thank you for hanging out with me and joining me. Stick around for the clip show. There's only 2 clips. I only clipped 2 things tonight. I'm sorry. There's only 2 clips. So stick around for the clip show. Thank you so much for being here. Join me again on Wednesday. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, And I'll see you next time. Digestive potion. Yes, I do. Alright, so the last person that I need to go and talk to is a maid. Look at... Alright, that was amusing. Further. Poor mouse!
Looks like it ain't working.
Holy